correct in part one of this video. That was not the 3-mark game. This is the 3-mark game, but nothing sets up a 3-mark like 7,000 in a tier 8. So here's the same, I believe. What
Yep,
do we got for
so
matchmaking here?
it's solo, but this time it's a tier 10 battle. You got a JPE, a Foch, and a Jagdtiger on your side, a JPE, a Foch, and a T95 on their side, plus a couple of tier 8s. No light tanks again, no artillery. And this is standard Redshire, and you're on the south spawn.
Yeah,
But you are
breaking the
bottom tier.
breaking the matchmaker is fun though, but bottom tier is great when you're spotting because your gun matters the
Big
least.
numbers.
Yeah, lots of TDs, lots of bushes, lots of space, not a lot of fast tanks.
This is yeah. Redshire I always contend is like a second. It's not S tier for spotting, but it's a notch below that. It's an A tier
Yeah,
map for
and
spotting.
it is an A tier, and particularly from the south, it's maybe even an A plus. North has a little more trouble kind of punishing, but the fact that the South Cross can still be lit if you know what to do, which I'm about to demonstrate, is very helpful.
Yeah, the double tree knockdown.
I missed it.
Yeah, it's just like wondering, is this some new strategy that I haven't learned? Uh,
No, I'm just not very good at
I'm gonna
driving.
pause right here, and one of the things now this is obviously a different matchmaking, but in doing that double tree knockdown, like the one thing that I worry about is an EBR making a crazy run up this, or even another light tank. That's what gets me caught out the most. Is like they'll pop out through here,
Yeah.
um, through the 4 line, or come through that gap and just do a crazy run, which will get them nowhere except it'll get you spotted on the move there.
So what I tend to do is, if I'm doing that in something else, then I'm actually going to go in the river and just sort of pop up, and I should be able to break contact before I even commit to the double tree knock.
Yeah, I do that as well. It's the timing sometimes throws you off because you pop up just as they as they come there, and you're right. You're on the climb, and then you're furiously backpedaling while 3 tanks are shooting at you.
Yep.
But that's like the one caveat about that position that I've run into. EVRs are notoriously bad
Yeah.
at that.
Well, you don't do this in a medium tank when there's an EBR in your game.
Or even if you're like in a T100 or something like
Yeah.
that, or 13105, and an EBR does that run, he can catch you out.
BVS is great. Look at me picking out this SU-101 who's trying to creep river,
Yeah, that's interesting. The TS
as
should
well as, yep.
get punished. Yep, there's one, and he is through. That's about it, right? What are we missing? Looks like the CS63 scene on the other side of the map. Jape is. Oh, there's the Jape. That Jape
He's a
should get
jape,
vaped.
and he's slow, and
He's fat.
he's fat.
Come on.
And you can shoot through these bushes. Um, I'm not because
That's
I'm
yeah.
very close
It's
to a 3-mark, and so I'm being careful. But when I'm feeling a little more loosey goosey, I will take those shots. And look, it's another friend.
oh, another slow friend.
See, again, camo is your protection here. Like they,
Yeah,
well,
that's
they
what I
do see
worry
me.
about. Yeah,
Yeah,
that this
that's the
position
danger.
this
Yep.
position spots you. Where that Skoda is, where that Mutt's was last spotted. Yeah, that's my worry. Maybe
Yep.
that CS was also poking up a little bit. He could have spotted you. I don't know,
Yep.
but it's probably the Skoda.
See, cheekier than I thought. But they're not really willing to come in. I look around, I see that I've got the JPE, I've got the JT covering 2 angles, I've got the Char, the Leo. It's like, come at me, bros.
Yeah, the foe. If you're unlucky, there's a Foch sitting right there next to the Skoda who drops 3 into you while you run, or he tracks you or
He
something.
can only get me once before I get into that river. I'm downhill.
It's, you know, tracks happen when you're a 3 mark, right? When you're like
All right.
1% or half a percent from your 3 mark, you get tracked in the open.
So this SU-101 is dead, and he was the most dangerous thing. And so I see they're all clustered up there, and I'm pretty sure every TD's been spotted, right?
All right, so let's pause this.
Yeah.
So progression strategies from this position, because that's when people know opening positions, right? Everybody knows. Oh yeah, you go to this bush here, and you go here and spot the cross. But what's this next progression?
Well, let's just go by process of elimination. 1-2 line is very far away, right? You'd have to drive
No,
for a really long
and
time
it's
without
face
doing it.
brawling.
and it's face brawling, and we're outnumbered. Okay, I've got these guys up high, so they're useful, but there's not much they're going to be able to see unless I'm spotting that hilltop. But that, what is it, 4 or 5 line, that knoll there that everybody's sitting on, that there's a cluster of
Hmm.
mediums and TDs, is very defensible because like that's why people are there. You can shoot from it, but you can also get down. It's not like you're going to catch people out.
And there's a couple of rocks there as well that they can tuck in behind.
Exactly. And so for me, the way I do this usually, unless of course we're about to get completely massacred on the 0 line, is it's time for me to go ahead and begin to very carefully nibble away at the back of that group.
So
We're
2 points. Like
yep.
that's the danger for that is this position right here, the B8 position. There's always a TD sitting back there that can shoot into your
that's
burger.
that's correct. That's why the count of TDs is super duper important and knowing who's where and what. There's this tiny little margin where you can go up to approximately the what is it D8 position
This
where you
position right
can
here, there's a bush or something like that along that ridge. Yes.
yeah, or you can just kind of use that little ridge to poke into the back. But those are your options. Now, if you're getting rolled on the 0, then you need to fall back and spot the exit so that your mid hill can farm. Um, Conditionally, if that group that's sitting on our sniper knoll was pushing into the middle at this point, then I might be more interested in nibbling away at their sniper knoll.
I
But
also like the 3 line, so oftentimes I just exit through the river and move up the 3 line, like along the inside of there. There's the bushes right here. There's those 2 dips and bushes at the crests, which allows you to sort of come back in. But it really depends. If a 1 line is strong, then that's a better move because that allows you to dig out the camp at like A3, A4, and that
yep,
knoll. Uh, but I think that's where the map read and the lineup reads are important because it's not a one size fits all advancement. You can't always go to the same second progression positions every time. Yeah, that 3 line would be risky right now because you're
yeah,
fairly
we're
outnumbered.
yep. And so I see that we get a kill over on that side, and we've got a slight overmatch, even though the Jape's kind of far back there and the AMX is far back there. But this is where our power is, and so
The
I'm just going to
major
turn
risk is
turret.
the
So
Foch because he's the
yeah,
only one not spotted, and if he
so
catches you out, he'll put 2 into you, 3 into you really quick.
so this is the position right here. There's a little bit of a bush, and there's this, but you're at a good distance, and I've got burst, and I'm hoping to light him on fire and kill him. I do one of those things.
One of the other risks that I see, and especially since your sniper ridge is distracted there, is if they
Yeah.
see you, sometimes if there's like a like a Viz or something like that or a T-54, they'll just turn around and like dump into the river on you,
Yep.
and you've lost all your sniper cover because they're pushing the other lane.
Pause for a second. So I did see that, and so I chose to climb here, specifically so that I would light and see whatever was there. You could see I'm spotting this CS now, and I'm pretty sure he's going to shoot me, but I'm going to take this guy for it. Oh, I managed to
No,
stay
he's
below his
yeah,
gun.
you're slow. But those are the risks in that position. I mean, I've done that position, and those are the things that catch me out. There's like a
Yep.
TD sitting here, or they turn around and like dump me, and my team just sits there with their barrels in their hands.
Because they've all gone to the 3. But now we're at what, a 5v1 over there? So
Right? You know what I mean? Is like the 0 line are heavies. They watch
yeah,
those heavies turn around, or those tanks turn around and push you, and they do nothing with it.
no gun mods, 1 for 2, and the less likely shot goes in. But that's okay. It's a Progetto. It's supposed to always be reloading. Now I'm trying to be careful of this CS and make sure that I'm
Yeah,
keeping
that
appropriate
CS
distances.
can shred you relatively quickly.
I'm going to
He
time my
knocked down a
approach.
tree for you.
Yes, he did. He made me a nest. Now I'm in his nest.
One
And
flew into the cuckoo's nest.
I'm a patient boy, so I'm just going to
There's the
sit here for a
Foch in
minute.
the
I
best
found
position.
him.
He's in a great position. That was like, I'm amazed at that position. I've
Look
never
how good
seen
this
that
gun
before.
is, though.
Oh, that was a little
Yeah, double
cheeky.
tapped. But I got him on the double track, so boop.
Yeah, and you got a little bit of assist off of that. So,
Just a
okay,
little
I'll take
bit.
a hit from you, 14.5, but it'll
Yeah.
cost you all your HP.
So now I know that Uds is going to be down. I mean, we're purely into cleanup mode at this point, but I'm going to make distance so that I can spot that Foch and that CS.
Yeah, and the position for that is right here.
Yep.
Or even lower, depending on how stupid he is.
But I'm
You
keeping my momentum. I'm climbing the hill.
you never know whether those TDs are in the worst position possible or actually useful positions. If they haven't been spotted, is that can be scary sometimes.
CS hasn't been seen in a minute, so I'm not going as close as I would, particularly because, again, it's a Foch. It'll boot me.
And you're a one shot to everything right now.
But I'm also greedy.
You're also greedy. Well, I mean, you're not running. I don't know. Are you running the 3 mark mod?
No.
No. Okay. Yeah, because that's like where people know, how close they are and
Yep.
play accordingly. I'm not. I don't have that. Well, it doesn't
Yeah.
work in replays very well anyway. But I see you're at like 6,300 combined at this point.
Yeah.
So if you were at like 94 and change, that should be a 3 mark right there. You got 2 more. That
It's
gets
an absolute
you
nonsense shot. I didn't believe that
50,
would go in.
50. That gets you 5,200 or so.
Yep.
6,200. Sorry.
And now
No,
I'm
no,
just trying to.
68. Oh, that's a miss.
Yeah, I didn't really think that I would get another shot in here. I should have reloaded one more. So I'm just
Eh,
trying to find the angle in there.
it's a hard. Oh, hello.
Frog
Nice
gun.
shot.
Why not?
Why
A
not?
little
So,
luck.
ooh, looks like our Viz had a bit of a game there. He hacked the game. Carbon Legend from Hack
Yeah.
with 7 kills.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you did 2451 damage, and looks like there's some blinds that didn't register. So 5185 assist is what I'm seeing for a glorious 7600 combined.
Yeah.
And 1300 base XP, 1303, which got you the 3 mark on this game.
So it's a heresy to do this, obviously. But again, in my defense, we have dual equipment loadouts now, and so the other equipment loadout does involve purple vents and purple V-stab. I keep the low noise though, because it's very potent as a 37% camo sniper or whatever it is that you
Yes, it
get
is.
with that.
Yeah,
And
I do agree the opportunity cost is lower with the dual equipment loadouts now, and with the fact that you do get that second boosted slot, you can actually run more versatile loadouts. But that was a good game. That was a good series of games. Thank you, Crab, and maybe we can find some time to do it again when work and life allows us.
sounds good. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye.